So I want to go to this idea of communities, residencies. You've been Cave Canem,
Yes.
you've been in the spaces. So
Yeah.
I want to hear about the role of community in your practice. You know, we always think writing so solitary, but we also know that it's also made in community. So talk about
Yes.
the impact of community.
I feel like I'm a communal artist for sure. My best work, I realized, was coming out of the breeding space of a Cave Canem week-long intensive workshop where I get to meet 50 other poets, and I get to work with these esteemed poets in practice. And no matter where I go, if there isn't that opportunity to tap in with another artist or a community member, because like I said, I feel like poetry is everywhere. Because I'm a communal poet, I need to make sure the work that I'm doing resonates beyond this vessel. Because we can get, very myopic, and that's great for whoever can practice it that way, but I don't move that way, I don't live that way. Everything I do, I'm thinking about how it's going to translate, how it's going to transfer information, and will it be okay when it gets to the other side? Will I be misconstrued? Will I be misunderstood? And that's my only hope. So working with other artists and working alongside other voices is extremely important to me, because it keeps me out of the comfort of the vacuum.
Comfort of the vacuum.
Yeah.
Talk about poetry coming out your
that
mouth.
that small space of just other poets, and we say things and we love it. But if you go into the community, they're like, "What are you saying?
What does that mean?"
And that's the one of the the takeaways that I give to students is, this poem is great. That's awesome. You wrote a poem that looks good on paper, but so what? What does it mean? What is it going to do? And if you say, well, it's going to save me because I got it off my chest, cool beans. Can I get this same kind of salvation when I read that? Because if I don't find the salvation that you thought you were putting on that page, who is this poem for? And if they say it's for me, then leave it in your journal, baby. Because if it's the poem, how do we have access to it? How do we learn from it? How do we have a discussion with it? And if it is just the art piece that you want to be witnessed and you don't want to talk about, I'm certain there's a space for that. I don't know where it is, and I definitely am not trying to visit.
She's like, I don't need a ticket, thank you.
No, I'm okay. I think the biggest leaps in our humanity is when we are grappling with the hardest questions, the hardest moments of life, but together, like in conversation. And if you're having the conversation solo dolo, I'm sure that's great. Plenty of artists are just making the art that they want to make for them, but that's just not my ministry. That's not my path.